Okay, here we go. So we are streaming one of the 4-0 games in the EU division of this latest TTS league. And we've got Liam against Jim. That's Liam Watt versus James Gradwell. And it is, as predicted, an Inhumans mirror match. Cool. Okay, so we've got. I was just posting this on the Discord, so we're live. So we've got spiders and inventive formula. So that'll be 17 for sure. Jim 1 priority, and for James we have Gorgon, Voodoo, Black Bolt, Lockjaw, and Bullseye. And for Liam we've got Black Bolt, Lockjaw, Karnak, Voodoo, and Toad. How exciting and varied. Okay, so nobody's got a safe way of grabbing this central virus immediately, so that may stay on the floor for a little bit. And with it being an F-shape extract, no one's taking Quicksilver either, which is also interesting. So both guys are just going all in on Voodoo, I guess, just to see how that goes. Which makes some sense. Okie dokie. So we've got a Voodoo decanted slightly. So James has got Voodoo next to his Lockjaw. So presumably he's thinking about doing that. But Liam has got Voodoo far away from his Lockjaw. And obviously Lockjaw could walk towards Voodoo, but that would leave him off any of the secures and stuff. So I guess Liam's more interested in teleporting Black Bolt. It's interesting that Liam has got Toad and Jim has got as presumably going to be one of his extract carriers, but Jim does not necessarily have to put Bullseye on one of his extracts, so that would mean that Jim's Voodoo will be more likely to get something going cool on turn 1. So yeah, this is going to be a very fun game of giving Voodoo 3, 4, 5 power on turn 1 and just auto stealing some nonsense with some nonsense. Okay, we're all deployed. We're ready to go. Jim has got the Prio, so we'll have to see what he goes and does with it. So Karnak's the advantage that Liam's got, because he's going to be generating a whole bunch of power to give to Voodoo turn 1. Although I guess Lockjaw can do that fine still on Jim's side. do 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 do. Okay, Jim's off. He's given. He's great refuging immediately to move up somebody. I guess it is the Gorgon. It's definitely interesting. Obviously, Great Refuge is an amazing card, and keeping it till later in the game is way cool. But just trying to score as many VPs as possible early is never a bad thing. It does mean that Liam will have that card live and around later in the game to do stuff and nonsense. But presumably if both Voodoos do a thing, then Jim should get a VP lead off of this. Okay, and Gorgon's there. He's going to presumably provide a friend for Lockjaw on the next turn. It's interesting that Liam's Voodoo is more canted towards the north of the map. So he's going to have a much harder time possessing Black Bolt if he wants to go up there and grab this one towards the top. Which you won't want to do anyway because he'll just get executed. So he's probably going to be wanting to come down here towards Gorgon. Well, I guess we'll see how that works out. So Liam's going. He's meditated with Kana, given a power to somebody. Who's he giving it to? He's giving it to his Voodoo. Sorry, too many Voodoos on the board. I'm looking at the wrong guy. So yeah, I mean, Voodoo's almost certainly within range of double walk possess there, and with positioning with good Refuge Glan in the position of Lockjaw, he's not going to get punished particularly hard. We'll have to see what Jim does. Presumably he'll pick up with Lockjaw and then teleport Voodoo and also give him a power. Yeah, so Lockjaw's got 4 power, so he's activated Lockjaw. So yeah, it looks like we're getting a Voodoo getting whooshed up the board. Whee! And we'll have to see. This will give Liam the opportunity to maybe have a little tickle at him with Black Bolt. We shall see. Oh, we've got the gym measurements coming out. Meticulous. I'm still rubbish at rotating these tools. It takes me too long, so I just give up. Yeah, so he's trying to just avoid that. So Voodoo is advanced. Presumably Lockjaw will go up here, pick up the still Spider-Man, give a power to Voodoo. And then we rock him. Interesting. I wonder what Bullseye's going to do. He may just wander over and donate 1 more power to Voodoo, who can just immediately just go and possess from Toad. Toad's looking a bit sad. He's gonna, if he wants to pick up an extract, it's gonna have to be this one directly opposite Voodoo, which is obviously a bad time. He could, of course, just move, pick up, and run directly backwards. So looks like we're going for the double teleport. Yeah, so like I assumed I. Oh no, that must have been the lockjaw teleport. Okay, he must have been just within 3. I wasn't paying attention. And this will be interesting. We may see. This is the Black Bolt. Just immediately, Great Refuge and double tap Voodoo. Just try and get rid of that guy. So yeah, Bullseye is donating a power to. Oh, interesting. So James has got fallback with Voodoo online, so he's not in particular danger of dying round 1, unless he gets one shot. There's lots of fingers being waggled. I imagine there's a conversation happening. So yeah, Toad's in a sad situation. I wonder what he's going to do with his life. Without him holding an extract, he's obviously a fairly sad fellow. So it's problematic to say the least. Okay, so Voodoo's coming in here. He presumably is going to attack. What's he going to do? So he's attacking old Lockjaw immediately. 3 hits versus 1 block so far. A reroll coming in. Nothing. So he's going to get 2 power. So he could potentially steal. But that feels like a bad idea, because he'll be rolling 2 defense dice and just immediately getting master punched. So this is a fairly brave Voodoo. He's doing it. He's going for it immediately. Okay. So yeah, this is interesting. Voodoo. He's a brave boy. He's gone up and he's stood in front of a Black Bolt. The Black Bolt has. I don't know. He could be able to master punch if he takes the power off of Lockjaw. Oh dear, it looks like we have the overlay bug where extracts don't disappear once you remove them, so we may be having a 10 extract game, unfortunately. But I'll try and keep you aware of what's going on. So it's correct on Jim's side, Gorgon, Voodoo and Lockjaw, and then just Karnak on Liam's side at the moment. So, Jim's positioning, he's now probably quite sad that his black belt is out of the fight. So Liam's black belt is here in the thick of the action where all the victory points are. So there's 3 extracts on this bottom side of the map, and Liam's black belt is involved with those. Whereas Jim's is probably just going to be over here. Doing 1v1 versus Karnak, and he may win that fight, but it's still not going to work out that great. Okay, so black belt just shooting old Voodoo. He's getting 4 damage through. It's paying 3, master punching him. Is Voodoo going to retract his boy? He is going to pay 3. Is he not going to pay 3? Right. So, yeah. It's bringing back the boy, paying 3 power. If Voodoo dies here, it could be problematic for Jim because he's not going to be within range to like just possess double walk Voodoo back into Black Bolt's protective, his own Black Bolt's protective bubble next turn. So, yeah, old Black Bolt was spiked fairly well, but like he was always a long shot to survive that double tap. Comes in. Gets that thing back. That's a round 1 days on the keyman Voodoo, so that could be an issue. Looks like James has been naughty, given himself the skull power, even though Voodoo has dazed. So yeah, Black Bolt's doing the obvious thing, grabbing that guy. Oh, I haven't been mentioning the leadership triggers, so yeah. Liam has been pumping up his Voodoo, giving him some juice, so yeah, he's got 4 power already. Yeah, I think you have to just stand as far forward as possible here. Regardless if that's in Voodoo range, just because you need to be within range 4 of Karnak next turn to actually do stuff. If Bolt has to take a walk action next turn, that's going to be a really sad individual because he's already relatively out of position. From where he is, did he get him in range 4? Well, we'll find out next turn. We'll find out now. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Oh dear. That's not great for old Black Bolt. Yeah, so Liam's got his Black Bolt right down the bottom here, where things are cool, and James's Black Bolt is a bit out on a limb. So yeah, in the end, Liam has left the A on the floor so that his token can pick it up, which is pretty smart little play there, because nothing was threatening it from Jim, and then he can just disappear way away from the Voodoo. So that's a really nice little sequence of play here. James pushing his Voodoo out to get smashed was interesting. I think the other line there was making Liam spend refuge to attack Voodoo, knowing that you could just fall back just out of range, and then double move possess on your own turn. I guess Liam was always going to get last activation, so potentially that was never going to happen. But yeah, that's the thing. So, yep. Liam's currently got 2 spiders, one on one toad, and Jim still has 3, but you may lose this one that's on Gorgon here. So where's Bullseye going to go? He's not in a super effective position. Well, the game is happening. Yeah, it's interesting. The game is happening on this bottom plank, but then Toad has the ability to rotate up to this top side. So Jim has a decision. He could take Bullseye to the top here next to his Black Bolt, just so that next turn Black Bolt has the opportunity to move forward and try and get rid of Karnak on this one. Or he could bring him down to the bottom here where more of the victory points are. Oh, just trying to see if he can get involved. So card-wise, they both got Refuge. Joe Jones is obviously Human Royal Family and Brace, and the only difference is that James has Fallback and Liam has Patch Up. Oh, hey Bullpiff, how's it going, bud? Thank you. Yeah, he was a brave little Voodoo, and he went for a thing, and it doesn't seem to have worked out. But there may be a line for round 2 that I'm not seeing. Liam having Refuge means that Voodoo is in a bit of trouble. Next turn, regardless. This is interesting. It looks like James has moved. I don't know. I keep saying James, very formal. Jim has moved Bullseye to potentially body block Voodoo from possessing Gorgon. Which, if that comes off, that's going to be a really sweet play. I like that a lot. Body blocking in Marvel is obviously often quite difficult because bases are a lot bigger than they seem, and ranges are quite generous. But yeah, we'll see. This could be interesting indeed. He may just be able to get around him, but yeah, it looks like he'll just get around him. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, so yeah, probably within medium there. At least this means that Jim has the opportunity to just like rip into Voodoo with Bullseye next turn, or with Gorgon, I guess. So yeah, so after all that back and forth shenanigans and stuff, Liam is going to take a 5-4 lead here, thanks to gaining 3 of the extracts. Yeah, it's super interesting, because normally on an F shape with Infinity, you just assume a 5-4 to the team with priority, but with this Inhumans Voodoo list, it's kind of the opposite. We kind of end up with the team without priority very likely to get the advantage just because their Voodoo gets to go last. Which is interesting why it might have been cool to see a Quicksilver come out here, because then you could potentially counteract that. But yeah, we'll have to see. So yeah, we said 5-4 Liam. What's going to happen in the game? All of the attrition advantage is like massively in Liam's favour, obviously. The round 1 days of the key piece on Jim's team. So it's Jim he's got enough to possess, but he hasn't got enough to possess and recall the first attack that goes into him. So he may be fairly vulnerable. But Jim does have the benefit of priority, so he may be able to pull off something spicy immediately. So yeah, if I guess if Voodoo possesses double walks back towards Lockjaw, then Lockjaw on his turn can teleport him even further back, and then that's keeping that Voodoo alive later into the game, because your Black Bolt will want to chase him off into a corner. I guess we're now rolling for the spiders. Yeah, there aren't 7 spiders, that's just got that bug. Obviously, we don't know who's moving, but we can see when they move, if they get moved. Oh, okay, so Voodoo is moving. That's going to get a bit spicy. Yeah, so we might end up with... This is a rough decision, because Jim just has to activate Voodoo first, like his own Voodoo. If he doesn't, then Black Bolt will just annihilate him, and that'll probably be game over at that point. If you've got a KO'd model top of round 2 and no damage on your opponent's team, then it's probably lights out. So I have to see if Jim moves his Voodoo further forward. Right then. Okay, we've moved Voodoo there. I think you're a little bit behind GGM, so I think that's probably fine. You need to be a bit more aggressive. I suppose what Jim could do is just double move Possessed Toad and stand in this bottom right corner as we're looking at it, and then if Black Bolt wants to chase him all the way back into that corner, that's potentially at least some positional advantage. But with Lockjaw stood right next to Voodoo, it's going to be very difficult for him to run away. It's definitely going to be a tough decision for Jim, what he does here. Okay, so we're getting a video activation. He's moving on top of this. The truck. He's possessing Toad for 2. Presumably picking it up. And then moving somewhere else. So he's going to move all the way over there, hide behind that truck in the corner. Yeah. So that's what we were discussing. So yeah. If Liam wants to chase Voodoo back there with Black Bolt, that may be the last thing that Black Bolt does of use in this game. I guess Lockjaw can always bring him back, but yeah, he may just end up there in the corner. But yeah, that might be enough for Liam, to be honest, because he just needs to keep his current position to win comfortably. So if he 5-4s as he did last time, then that's going to be enough. So yeah, we may well sort of see Liam double walk his Voodoo back to his bunker next to Lockjaw and Black Bolt. Okay, so Liam's choosing violence, and I think that makes a fair amount of sense, to be honest. You're in a strong position, so if you can just like take away an activation here, then you're going to put yourself in a reasonable spot. Voodoo is in the position to attack once and then move back to bodyguard range if he needs to. But you could also, if it works, just do a spender now into Nocturne. It hasn't worked. He's got 0. So he has to decide what he wants to do now. Okay, so he'll move back. He won't be on the point, which may become relevant later, but then Lockjaw will have the ability to teleport him back onto the point. So he's spending his power, he's possessing somebody else, making Lockjaw drop his thing. Makes a lot of sense. If Bullseye wants to double walk back there to pick it up, he's going to be in a pretty bad spot. And then that makes Lockjaw fairly useless for the rest of the game. It's going to be pretty difficult to unpossess Lockjaw, given that Liam's Voodoo is now standing next to Black Bolt. So that Black Bolt is a sad little boy. I think Bullseye's in range to go get that thing. I think that's a fine use of his power. But yeah, that's a fairly passive move, which is how Liam can leverage his point advantage in this game. Because Jim needs to get back into this game by getting some proactive activations off, like either damaging people or displacing them, or there isn't a huge amount of displacement available to him. So, like double moving just to not go even further behind is working to Liam's clock, not to Jim's. So he doesn't really have a choice but double move Bullseye here. Because, I mean, if he doesn't move him, Black Bolt could just decide to shoot and kill him. And then nobody could go and get that one on the floor. So Jim needs to score 5-4 here somehow this round. And it's going to be a struggle to do it. Because he's just not getting any attrition pressure at this point. And without that, he's never getting last activation, which means that, like, ideally what Jim needs to do is, like, get a turn where he can last activation, Master Punch Karnak off this top point, and then, we're getting a secure advantage that way. But without having the ability to do damage into Liam's models, he's not going to get a chance to really leverage that, which means that Liam's going to be doing the last activation, which is so powerful in this team. Okay. So yeah, we get a Lockjaw activation. He's getting his good boy bonus. Teleporting Voodoo back to this point makes sense. And then teleporting Black Bolt over to execute. Voodoo. It's interesting that Voodoo's gone there. He doesn't have an angle now for fallback. So, oh dear. So he's not teleporting Voodoo. He's just putting, not teleporting Black Bolt. Sorry, he's just putting Expert Tracker Bloodhound thing onto Voodoo. So he's going to get dead. So yeah, Liam looks like he's going to invest Great Refuge into going and killing Voodoo, and that's probably going to be it, isn't it? for the game. You would imagine it would be pretty hard for James to come back from that. Whole 4 threat model down with basically no damage into Liam's team. So, yeah, Jim's going with his own lockjaw. He doesn't have much to do other than teleport. Gorgon forward. He's passed the power to Gorgon to do that. So yeah, Gorgon's going to have to do some super duper work here. And again, Jim's black bot is looking real sad. Yeah, so it's as we discussed at the beginning, like Liam's black belt is involved in the thick of the action, winning the game for him, and Jim's black belt could just be bullseye. He's just a man standing on a point scoring 2. There's always a possibility that he goes and just one-shots Karnak or something, and then maybe we got a game on our hands. The Infinity Power means that he gets to do that, so that's a thing. So, yep, there we are. Gorgon's getting involved, hoping for the best. And Liam may not want to attack Gorgon here, because if he leaves him on 1, gives him power to spend it, that might put somebody in danger. I mean, I'm sure Liam's all in on just killing Voodoo at this point, as the dog token suggests. But yeah, he's doing it before, because there's a possibility that Gorgon could have like just double moved and just positioned to bodyguard the attack into Voodoo. You know, obviously he could have just charged YOLO'd and rolled some dice, but the other opportunity is just a very nice, you could get a good spot to taunt. Yeah, so we're getting the Great Refuge coming out for Liam. In he goes. Can he stand there? Yes, he can't. Whoops. It doesn't sit, it doesn't fit. Oh, he's locked it. And he's going to go kill or Voodoo. So yeah, I think the whole game is now resting on whether Liam flubs this. Because he's got Terrigenesis in his pocket as well. Okay, well at the moment he is flubbing it. So yeah, just 1 on Voodoo here, and he got a power for the skull as well, so he'll be able to recall. He's looking at fallback. I don't think the angle's there for fallback. I don't think that's going to happen. The only thing he could possibly do is just fall back for cover. Yeah, it's a tough decision at this point. Like he's gone to this place so that he doesn't get just killed by Toad, which makes a lot of sense. But then the angle for fallback is bad. So, I think Voodoo should. Oh, he's discussing fallback before taking the damage. That makes sense. I don't think you fall back here. I think you save the money for Recalling Spirit. Yeah, so he's taking to 1, gaining 2 power, and then hoping to survive. He may just get deaded by Toad if he does survive, which is the sad thing. Of course, Toad will be up to a 5 dice there. Okay, so he's Inhuman Royal Family, and he's just going to try and do this guy. So Liam's put 2 cards into just trying to kill the Voodoo, and that makes a lot of sense, because I think that is just the game if he gets him. So he's looking for a big hit here. So currently taking 2 because of the pierce. He's got one more thing coming in. So that's effectively 6 hits already. 7 hits. He's dead. It's the end of Voodoo and maybe the game. So yeah, it was definitely a ballsy play from Jim's Voodoo to start on with on round 1, but it has not worked out. Liam may again just do the thing where he just drops it for Toad to get. I think he can put it in a spot where Gorgon can't get it. No, we started to pick it up just to be on the safe side, which makes a whole lot of sense. That is the end of James's Voodoo. I think Jim is now just yellowing. Just get stuck in, roll some dice, hope for the best. If he pops in here and kills Liam's Voodoo, maintaining prio, then he may be able to kill him next turn because Liam won't have his Voodoo in bodyguard range. So yeah, I think we're looking at a Gorgon, try and kill, then KO Liam's Voodoo, and then we may have ourselves a little bit of a game still on. But that's going to be relatively hard dice to roll. I'm not sure we can do anything more than just hope for the best there. Liam's Blackbolt is being a menace. Totally balanced character. That's fine. And Jim's is apparently unfortunately just not doing anything on top of the board. So yeah, when you have, even in a mirror match, if there is a character that exists and that is just horrendously broken, like Blackbolt, one of them gets to play and one of them doesn't, then that's going to be a huge factor in the game. So yeah, Gorgon's coming in. He is not doing well. He needed to get 2 power, I think. I really wanted to get 2 power for a spender there, I think, was the game plan. So he's going to get a stun and 1 damage on Voodoo, and then he's going to do what? Hope for the best. Yeah, I think it may be a hope for the best situation. Voodoo is recalling his friend. And then looking at a big spike here for Jim. Needed, otherwise we may be in trouble. That's not a big spike. Looking at 1 damage, maybe 2 if this converts. Just 1 damage. So yeah, Gorgon is a man just rolling 5 dice until he gets a spender online, which is can work both ways. So we'll have to see. Liam's Toad is now obviously in a much happier state now that Jim's Voodoo has gone away. So he was a bit of a liability before, but now he is just A-OK. Apparently there are 9 spider infected now on the board. So in reality, Liam has 3 of them, and Jim has 2. I'm not sure what Jim is up to here. He sure would like his great refuge in his pocket at this stage. I think for Jim, are you just moving, master punching Karnak and hoping to one-shot him? I think that maybe you're out at this stage. You definitely can't go stand next to Karnak because you'll just get blapped. So Liam's Black Bolt has activated actually, so we are just left with 1 model each on each side. So yeah, I think you just give away prio and hope for the best at this stage. Jim still has 4 back in play, so he can potentially do stuff to keep his Gorgon alive, even if Liam has priority. Okie dokie doke. We're just having a little thinky time here, it seems. Oh, Jim is disconnected. He's just dropped out, so that's why things are stopped. So, hit up the chat with questions if you have any, whilst we waste some time. Oh, he's back. Okay, yep, as we discussed, Black Belt's moved up, stayed outside of martial artist range, and done a spender into old Karnak. He has blapped him. That is 8 so far, with a reroll coming in versus none. So I don't think Karnak's getting out of that. So yeah, James has given priority away, but I don't think he had any choice at this point. He's just got to do some stuffs. And this is interesting actually, because like there's a potential here that Jim can just win this side. Like if he can kill Karnak next turn, nobody may ever get up to that side to pick up that spider infected. So whilst Black Belt can't hold 2, he can deny 1, and then deny Karnak a secure point as well. So there'll be 4 victory points on that side, and Jim would be winning at 2-0 with his Black Bolt, leaving 5 points to play for on this bottom end. It's going to be pretty difficult for Bullseye Dog and Gorgon to beat Voodoo and Black Bolt Dog on this end, but at least it's a chance. Both players have Terra Genesis still in hand, obviously, so there's always that bullshit to look forward to. There it is. Okay. So, Jim is scoring 1, 2, 3, 4. And Liam is also scoring... Oh no, is there one on the floor? Oh yes, because there is on the floor. So yeah, Liam is scoring 3. So Jim's actually tied it up 8-8 there, which is very interesting. He's obviously in a bad spot for the rest of the game, but the advantage now of Jim having a KO model is that he can just smash somebody and not lose prio. Well, he smashed 2 people, in fact, because Liam has prio now. So yeah. This could definitely be interesting. So yeah, we're just moving the spiders around. People are going for little walks. Little Spider-Man dragging them around. So just getting in there, getting involved. Well, maybe Gorgon will go on a little beam party here, just murder a bunch of fools. That could be funny. Yeah, I mean the big advantage that the Jim now has with his black belt deleting Karnak is that it's got a lot of activation pressure on Liam, because if he doesn't activate Karnak, then he may just go away. Oh, that's interesting. So he's moved Black Bolt here closer to where the action is. So there's potential that Black Bolt could steal a power from someone, and then Master Punch onto this bottom set of activities. That may be a stretch there. I'm not sure there's anybody within 3. So, I guess we have to see where Liam is going to operate now. I mean, there's a huge possibility that Karnak just absolutely lights up Black Bot here, because he is a totally balanced and fair 3 threat. Yeah, so he's going with Karnak. I think he realises that going all in to kill Gorgon through fallback was just a fool's errand. So if he can get Black Bolt here, then that may be enough to win that top flank, which is going to be huge. Karnak builder into weakness token into spender is a whole lot of damage, and that may be enough to get even Black Bolt. But that is a big old whiff. So Black Bolt taking 1. Interesting from Jim, he didn't decide to boost his defenses there. He wanted it for the second roll, potentially. So he's going to pay 2 for a weakness token, I imagine, here. Oh, Jim, yeah, he's debating fallback, sorry. He didn't boost because he wanted fallback. He may be doing the fallback just for position. He may just want to be in a spot where he can get onto this bottom land where all the boys are living. May not even be anything to do with the attack that's coming in. I would be skeptical about that, because he's taking 1 damage here from this attack, and Gorgon roll, so Karnak rolling 10 dice, counting skulls from both characters' dice pools. That can easily do 6 damage to Gorgon. So he's doing it. 2 Black Bolt, sorry. So he is doing it. I think he just wants Black Bolt involved. Yeah, it's definitely yeah. I mean, Jim is behind the play, so he needs to get something going on. Oh, we're doing that. We're doing the angle. We didn't actually measure the angle. Always measure the angle. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He was always involved, and that was always going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, so Connor's making a good point that, like, even if Incarnate does kill Bolt here, you get the positioning for next turn, which is relevant. Which is always a really good use of fallback, but I think is underrated. Just falling back, knowing that even if you daze, you're gonna daze in a good spot. I've done that a few times where, like, if the model, like, I had a recent game where Gwen got attacked with 1 health left, and she used fallback on the first attack, assuming she'd die on the second, just so that she wasn't dying in the middle of a gang of people who were going to get her, that she was going to be waking up in a spot where she was fairly safe next turn. So those skulls are counting for Karnak, so he's got 5, and Jim, he's got 6 with this reroll. Jim's got cover, so he's gonna think about not using his reroll, because that would, if it turned into a skull, he would die. I think that's how Karnak works. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Gem's living on 1 currently, thanks to the cover. I think you just take it, all right? So yeah, by 2 attack actions from Karnak, it means that spider is going to remain on the floor. Jim may be thinking about declining the cover so that he doesn't get Terrigenesis. So yeah, Karnak, Black Bolt living on 1, then just getting Terrigenesis is worse than him just dying. So that may be what they're thinking about or discussing. Because that's a cool and fair card. A lot of waggling fingers, a lot of decision making. We're talking about what we're doing this turn. Oh, this is all Jim's tools, so he's just planning out is what he's going to do, if and when he does or does not decide to let this one go. So Jim's doing a reroll, so he was doing a reroll so that he could potentially have 2 health, and then that makes the Terrigenesis unlikely to work. I think you just have to let Blackwell die here. He's dying regardless, so you might as well let him die without giving up 2 victory points. Oh, what am I talking about? I was saying that Garnet was not going to get her. Yeah, there we go. He's declined the cover, he's dying, so it's Terrigenesis and the thing, and spotting my early mistake. Obviously, Garnet can pick up the spider infected that has just been dropped. So yeah, kind of good model. Just absolutely annihilating one of the best 5 threats in the game there. Totally reasonable. So Liam did a leadership, gave a power to his dog, I think. And then Jim needs to do something cool and funky. Otherwise, it's going to be lights out. So yeah, some deliberation. I guess we're now in a situation where well, he's got 6 powers, so you got to imagine there's going to be a spender involved. That, you know, charge beam might be somewhat relevant. So someone's rolling dice. It was 6 of them, so I don't know who it was. So we've got oh no, it was just 5. Oh, so somebody attacked Toad. Gorgon, you gotta think. Toad's gonna fuck off. This is a problem. Because Toad can now, if he goes, you can get to one of the infinity on the top left of the board. If he goes that way, yeah. So yeah, attacking Toad was problematic there because it gives Liam the ability to just fuck off with Toad to the top left. And then if Liam gets a strong lead next turn, Black Bolt's not going to be able to get rid of both of those guys up top. So that was just a normal builder. So Gorgon's looking at spendering somebody. You got to imagine it's Voodoo. That guy must die, or you are toast. He may just be considering charging. Tough though, isn't it? Because yeah, he's looking at Lockjaw, who can teleport Black Bolt. So yeah, if he may want to try and get Lockjaw just so he can't. Teleport Black Bolt next turn. This turn. Rough problems. Again, sorry about the bug on the overlay. This is not my room. It's Karnak and Black Bolt and Toad have spiders for Liam, and Bullseye, just Bullseye, has one for Jim. Two, we get a charge. And we're getting... Oh, we just paid 1. Oh, I see what's going on here. Jim's going to charge, spend a Voodoo, and then Terrigenesis Toad. Potentially. He's looking for outs, and it's not a bad one. Yeah. So it's... he's not playing Inhuman or Family. He's saved the money for Terrigenesis, I guess. It's okay. Reroll coming in. Let's get the stagger at least. So he's got 4 into 1. So the real doesn't convert. So Voodoo would take 3, get staggered, and get thrown. So Liam has a decision about brace. Doop, doop, doop. Bonk into that truck. Or maybe he throws him away. That's not hugely relevant because Lockjaw can just teleport him back. So yeah. I just get Brace out, I think, because Lockjaw can throw terrain. So it is relevant. So yeah, he is going to make the brace happen. Brace, instantaneous brace there from Liam, and then is we're going to get a Terragenesis out. Who are we going to Terragenesis? We're going to Terragenesis Toad. Thank you for those tabs, guys. So yeah, this is Jim's just rolling slightly big outs, trying to get something working. That is it. That is the end of Toad. He's Terragenesis, and we've got 2 victory points for James. Unfortunately, Gorgon doesn't have the power to pick it up. So this is, I mean, obviously Dog can go get that, but if he does, he's using actions and power that aren't teleporting Black Bolt or Voodoo. So that's a good line now for Jim. So funnily enough, like all of this, the majority of spiders were on the bottom to start with, and they've all sort of migrated their way to the top without actually being in anyone's hands. So Jim's got a bullseye that is relatively safe, even from Voodoo, unless Lockjaw decides to teleport him. But Jim's Voodoo is not holding a boy. So yeah, Lockjaw could teleport Voodoo, and then Voodoo could possess bullseye. But then yeah, I mean Lockjaw will just kill Voodoo with a truck at that point. So that would be no good. So Jim will probably keep a hold of the bullseye. The bullseye spider. I guess it all depends on what Lockjaw does. The Jim's not got very many threatening activations left, so this looks like a fairly reasonable Lockjaw turn. But that would mean no teleporting. The game is moving away from Liam's key pieces in Voodoo and Black Bolt. So Jim's done a good job of pushing the place where the game is happening north, where his cool models are. James will have 8 power next turn, so he can steal one from someone for Master Punch into Whisper. So yeah, if Jim can keep the game going and then do a Mega Whisper and just annihilate some fools, that may give him a chance to win the game, because Liam is not gonna get a Whisper off this game. I guess. Oh, there's a patch up happening. You would think. So Locked is activating. He gets to teleport Black Bolt, get him involved in the business. Makes sense. He's the key man for Liam. So what's he going to do? So he's not going to reach that spider, so he's just leaving it on the ground. Which makes sense. So what's he going to do with his remaining power? He's going to patch up Voodoo to full. Oh no! That is huge. That is devastating. You do not love to see it. And then he's going to teleport his little ass over there. He's nowhere near getting in range of that spider. But if he goes over there, he's just getting himself whispered next turn for no benefit, I think. So I'm not sure. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, he may just teleport up Voodoo now, because like the dog's not going to kill him from full health. God, Black Bolt is a scary model. Jesus. These Inhumans are so good. Boom, boom. Yep, so yeah, double teleport. Jim's Black Bolt is still looking relatively isolated. Liam's doing a good job of not getting people up there near him to get whispered next turn. James may be looking at a body block here. I'm just going to step away for 30 seconds. What is happening? Has everything changed? Is the world new? Spiders have been interesting. I mean, it's pretty huge that Bullseye got moved there because Lockjaw not having the friendship bonus is absolutely massive. Because otherwise, you could just teleport over and get that spider. We're having some thinking. We're thinking a lot. It's weird feeling dead because like when I just play my own games that do go on stream, I just completely remain silent during my thinking time. Okie dokie. Jim's now got the conundrum where he knows that he's not going to get to activate last, which means that Bullseye is going to have to move on to this Infinity Point, and then just get smashed by Black Bolt, and maybe just hope to live. It's a pretty rough one though, because like you just like. Liam will have a Terra Genesis option. So yeah, we're just delaying the inevitable there. Okay, oh, this is a pretty sweet play. I like this one. I did not really think about this at all. So he's moved Lockjaw back so that he could leadership pass him with power with Bullseye, which gives Lockjaw opportunity to teleport. Bullseye somewhere. He's still going to get possessed, I think. I mean, Voodoo is staggered, so there is that upside. This is a way better play than I was talking about, so kudos to other players. Oh, we may have... Oh, is this... That looks maybe... Oof, that's close. If that's perfect, then... I mean, it's definitely not within medium, so he's not going to pick it up. He can definitely... Oof, that's so close. Oh, he's just... Oh, Jim has eyeballed that perfectly. Look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. Beautiful MCP. He sucked him in, because if he was way further back, then Liam's not even going to go for it. Oh, you love to see it. That is a tip-top play. He's just left him a little nibble there. Said, oh, go on, you might be in, go for it. And then he's fallen shot. So yeah, that is Voodoo's activation. And then Bullseye is gonna get the hell out of here, because he is just food for Black Bolt. The key thing here is not getting Bullseye. Terrigenesis. Who's holding now? Bullseye is the only guy holding, so like he's the only person who can get Terrigenesis. So yeah, this makes sense. So unfortunately, this means that Lockjaw probably gets Master Punched off this point. But there's a whole lot of spiders on the floor. So Liam will score 5 unless the Master Punch whiffs. And Jim will score 1 plus the 2 generous assist points that he got. So that's still a tight game, isn't it? This is a lot closer than you think it might have been. Master Punch coming in. Boopity boopity boop. Rolling some dice. No blocks for James. 4 or 5 from Liam. Oh, dearie me. That is a dead Lockjaw. Unless James wants a brace, which I don't think he does, because that would leave a guy at 1 health for the crucial round of the game. Oh, James got his reroll, so he only took 4. Oh, I'm not sure about that reroll, to be honest. I think it's actually a really bad time to be alive on 1 here. I think he may have been better off just dying. I mean, I guess Lockjaw has no displacement, so his only value is as a healthy body. So he is just effectively dead if you let him go down here. So if he living on 1 at least means that you need to actually deal with him. Oh, maybe they're saying that he's missed. So yeah, it looks like they're suggesting that Liam missed the line on there, or maybe he intended to. But yep. So Liam, it's a 12-11 game, but Liam still has his Terrigenesis in his pocket. So we're getting to round 4. Going to roll for some spiders, but not as many spiders as previously. So Bullseye's like just hanging around, just going, please don't kill me. Jim's factored in a potential spider move with that play. The problem Jim has now is that he's got a model that is looking likely to just lose his activation quite easily, and Jim does not. So like Liam can do something simple like just move move his Voodoo here and spend a Lockjaw, just remove that activation. And then Jim can't activate Lockjaw first because there's just no point. He's not going to achieve anything. So we may end up with a situation where Liam gets to use 5 models this turn and Jim gets to move 3. Which should obviously be a tough ask for Jim to pull that out. Oh, Liam's got 13. Oh, I must have miscarried. Yeah, that is right. I said 5. So yeah, they must have just muted it wrong first. So I'm not sure what Jim's line here is really. Oh yeah, you may maybe just double move Bullseye to that point. D. Going to watch the Fantastic Four tomorrow. That'll be exciting. Unfortunately, no midnight showings. Okay, so we're getting an Inhuman royal family, so I guess that means we're getting a Black Bolt activation. He wants to try and kill Karnak. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. It's a big problem for Jim here. That's a fairly big riff, and skulls are bad. But he's going to throw him and attack him again, presumably. What are the outs here for Jim? Voodoo's 100% getting bullseyes. Spider. There's absolutely nothing that Jim can do about that. And Gorgon's not got enough power to do anything. So Jim's outs are charging Gorgon up here, killing, one-shotting, just move attack, one-shot Lockjaw. And then Blackbot comes over and moves him. And then Lockjaw ties this. So then they would score 1, 2, 3, 4. So Jim would need to score 6, 7 effectively. And there aren't enough points on the board. I don't think Jim has any outs here. Is he going to whisper, or is he just going to do a normal attack? He wouldn't have had enough to pick up if he did not whisper, so I guess he's going to have to. Normal attack. Well, so 6 ice yellow coming in. Jim hoping to KO Karnak here, but like, I guess the problem for Liam here is he's got two easy options: either token grab this one, or Voodoo can steal the bullseye, and then whichever he doesn't do, then Jim has the option to do a thing in return. So that is the end of Karnak. I just thought it was mad because, yeah, he's gone with Toad. I think just mathematically it is over now. Bullseye moves to this top point. Voodoo can still move and reach him for possession, so like he may not be able to reach to pick it up, but he can definitely move to possess him. Jim needs some Hail Marys at this point. Needs to maybe do funky stuff, like I hope that dog kills Voodoo here. So you could be looking at teleport, throw a dog token on, hope to get power, throw the truck. Not a huge amount to do. What's going to happen? This is a problem with this list, is that like you definitely have some support models that are not carrying their weight in the later rounds. So if you have a situation like this where Jim's Voodoo dies immediately and then his black bot gets isolated, then you don't really have a lot of dudes going on. This is a really interesting part about Infinity and D-maps and stuff like this. It's like the round one positioning is so, and deployment is just so crucial to what's going on in the game. Right, well, something's happening. Maybe. Jim's measuring. Always got to measure. Measure. Got to do our things. Who he needs to just one shot, dude. But who's it gonna be? Okay, we've teleported a man. Great. He did not get within 3 of a man. That's fine. Put on a doggy bonus on someone and hope to kill someone. Yep. I think you must be going to Black Bot here because, like... Okay, we're not putting on a dog bonus? I think you need to be... Well, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got 4 into 2 or 1. So he gets taking 2 damage. Black Bolt. Throw the truck into him. See what happens. So if Black Bolt misses all of this, he's dead. So is that going to be good enough? He does not miss all of it, so he is alive. Jim praying he had a second Cherry Joneses here. That would be fair and fun. That was certainly the correct play. I think he just needed Hail Mary. I wonder what the others are, because I was thinking about it. You put on the dog token, hope to get 3 damage to throw, or just rolling the 4 dice, hoping to do 2 damage, and then just automatically throwing. It's only 1 damage difference, because if you don't do 2 with the first one, you don't get the opportunity to kill them with the thing. This is just a formality now. It's 5-all on spiders according to TTS overlay. It does not. Jim's got 2, 1 on Bullseye, 1 on Black Bolt, and Liam has just got 2, 1 on Toad, 1 on his Black Bolt. So on the floor at the top here. Liam is going to possess a fool. I guess this puts some pressure on Black Bolt to activate at this point, which means that maybe Bullseye can rotate. This is what happens, I guess, when you get one of your boys killed immediately. This is always the trouble with MCP, is that, or not the trouble with the game, but with the decision making that you have to make, like the conundrum that you put into. It's like, you can be aggressive turn 1, and if it works out, you're like a genius, and you can put a lot of pressure on opponent. But when the guy just dies, you're just like in such a bad spot for the rest of the game. So, yeah. We're certainly dragging this out. Because it seems it's just like a formality, that's fine. But Jim's just looking for the big outs. I'm not sure how he can possibly score enough points to win this game. So if Liam plays like the worst possible turn in the history of the universe, Jim could score 5 points, putting him to 16, and then Liam would score 1, 2, I mean, yeah, I guess it's technically possible that Liam just makes a load of terrible mistakes. But you, yeah. Nick, Jim wants to take away. Okay, we're going with Black Bolt. He's doing a master punch into the dog. He just wants to do 1 damage to throw him, and then that's going to be enough. Oh, only 2. So, I mean, Jim has his Inhuman Royal Family token, so he may well use this to... Yeah, he's using the token. Not getting thrown here would be interesting. Oh no, he's dead. Well, he's not dead, he's getting thrown. Yeah, so he's taking 1 damage, getting thrown. It's irrelevant where he goes. It's any directional anyway, so he can... Jim can brace this if he wants, but it doesn't matter. That's the end of the dog. You may also not brace it because Voodoo has a throw on his builder, which is relevant. He is bracing it. Okay. Boop. He's just doing it to get a second activation out of Black Bolt for what it's worth. Okay. Well, the dog doesn't want to die. He's taking 1 at the moment, but we could reroll out of that. Oh no, he doesn't. So he's dead. The dog's dead. We've done the thing. And Black Bolt gave power to the Voodoo. Wow, Voodoo's been stunned this whole time, and guess what? It didn't matter. Gorgon's going in. He's going to smash a fool. See what he can get. Well, this doesn't seem it's going to be super relevant because Voodoo's just going to win the game on his own. We are just rolling dice at this point. Sometimes these are the turns that last the longest because, like, I think sometimes you know in your heart that it's done, but like you don't want to have the game where you just go through the motions and then half an hour later realize that you had a line. I've done that many times where like I just like, oh yeah, I've definitely lost, so I'll just quickly move a man to a point and get over with, and then like as soon as I shut down the game, I go, oh no, I could have just done that thing. I don't think Voodoo reaches that point. No. Just short. But he'll definitely be range or range 3. Well, maybe he won't actually. There's a potential he's not. That way you score. Jim scores 4. Where's he getting the 5th from? He can't. If he goes into the round, he's 100% last. So Jim has decided that maybe Voodoo could get onto that point, and he's tried to body block him. I'd be interested to see the measurement. There's a potential that double move doesn't get within range 3 if he goes on the other side. I mean, it's a long shot. It looks like it might be in, but like you may be just trying that at this point. Boom, 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 boom. Noctor is moving. Where is he going? Yeah, I don't think Gorgon reaches that canister if he goes that way. So realistically, I mean, there is a world. I think realistically, Gorgon has to go down here, punch this guy, kill the dog, and then Jim is scoring 5 until Voodoo activates and makes him not score 5. But because like if Gorgon goes here and one shots Black Bolt, Voodoo just possesses him and possesses Bullseye. So not sure what that gets you. This looks out, but yeah, it's out. I guess killing Voodoo is an option. Because Liam only needs 3. If he goes and kills Voodoo, then Liam's scoring 4. Which means Jim would need 7 to actually win, which isn't happening because there isn't 11 points on the board. So okay, he's doing a thing. He's not reaching the thing. He absolutely never was. He's punching thing. Okay, we're getting it done. Okay, so yep. Getting a reroll. Fall coming in. Liam gets his reroll. He blocks it. He takes 1. Okay, so Liam is going to score 1, 2. He'll get Bullseye's thing. So 3, 4, 5. He'll go to 18. And James will score 1, 2, 3. And he'll go to 14. So this game is going to end 18-14 to Liam. I mean, Liam's already won. He doesn't even need to move Voodoo, but that's just the line that he's got available to him. My God. Okay, they may be chatting. I think they may be just talking the game out. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. But Liam will win 18-14 when he just double moves and possesses bullseye. If he doesn't do that, he's already winning. Oh, they've done it. So 18. They're just talking it out. To 14. Yep, that's what we said, 18 to 14. So that is the game. Thank you very much for watching. It was a cool game, watching two good players play, and hopefully see you again soon.